Nighthawk. Come in, Alpha. Alpha, do you read?
Nighthawk, this is
Lunk.
from Alpha Team.
Man, I thought you were all wiped out. I've been trying
I'm
to...
at point K-12. Need info on my extraction.
Guess there's no keeping down the Grim Reaper, huh?
My extraction point.
Relax, Mr. Reaper. I'm headed toward the front gate of...
Hyrule Castle.
Pick you up there.
Got it.
Yoy, mi amigos. That's okay, I don't speak Spanish. That got me pretty good. What's going on, dudes? Again, meant to start a little earlier, but then I ended up getting a phone call from mi madre. And anytime I talk to her, it's supposed to be like a 5-minute conversation, and then it ends up being like 2 hours. Was that screenshot of the squirrel? That was actually an accident. But then when I was editing, I was like, you know what? I want to leave that in because it's kind of funny. You know, kind of just like a random shot of being a bit of a naturist, I suppose. So yeah, there's a story there. It may not be terribly exciting, but I just kind of, it was a total accident. I think my hand slipped and I hit the button or whatever. And yeah, and then it was kind of like whoops, and then I ended up seeing it because I was going to edit it. But yeah, and then at the same time there was kind of a meme going on, you know, with squirrels, I suppose. That and birds. My mic took... because I actually joined that stream. And then I was like, oh no, what happened? Because it was like, you were live for like 8 minutes. And I did notice that it was there was technical differences. And so I was like, oh man. You know, but I get it. But I actually did pop in. It was just one of those moments, you know, that I was talking about, where the stars kind of aligned. And I was kind of looking around at different stuff, or whatever. Ended up going over to Twitch for a second. I was definitely kind of hoping. There were a lot of streams going on, but none that I really wanted to watch or anything. Game audio is muted. Oh, no, it's not. Okay, speaking of, so I actually did severely up the quality. I don't know how that's going. I upped the audio bitrate and the, we're in 1080p now. Was acting odd. It definitely appeared to be not acting correctly. Oop. Okay, you guys didn't see what happened, but that was kind of weird. So actually, what I'm unfortunate, absolutely. Yeah, that sucks. That is a thing that sucks with streaming. Is it's not all up to just like, you know, the show and hanging out and that stuff. Here, where the fuck? There we go. So what was happening last night is while I was changing the volume for the actual, I don't know what it was, But so the viewer count, the thing in the top right corner, is actually for some reason called Elgato. And then when I tried to change the actual Elgato, so I don't even know how to explain this problem that I was having. Basically, what it caused me to do, though, was actually mess with the volume on the wrong channel, or, you know, volume channel, which would be, I wanted to lower the volume for the stream, the game. But I instead, for some reason, I still don't know what's going on, but at least I know that if I, you know, click this one, it's the wrong one, kind of a thing. Now we know. So I actually did lower it. So yeah, for some reason, this thing's called viewer count. Or whatever. The Elgato is called viewer count, and the viewer count is called Elgato. And I tried to change it, and it just, like, fucked it up more. So yeah, let's see. Let's go to that. Tell me what that sounds like. Upgrade. Yep. And actually, it's running it fine from what I can tell. From what I can tell, it's running it fine. If I go much further, the only thing that I'm truly worried about, okay, no lightning, is that I may not have powerful enough internet. I have, you know, good internet for my area, but that can only do so much, you know. So we'll see. Am I right? It's, oh god, it's just the best. But I did. I upped the bitrate as well as just the resolution. We're 19, whatever, 80, 1060, 1080p. And I also upped the audio bitrate. I also entered in some of the other different things you can do to make things run smoother, even though it will be more intensive. At the same time, too, a lot of the guides out there are generally based on you're using one computer, which I have the fortune of using a dedicated stream PC. So I can do things a lot more intensively than I guess they're assuming your average person who's looking at their guide is whatever. And that's even like the Twitch and like YouTube guides. I don't know. They they just kind of assume, all right, well, if you're on this website and you're trying to do streams and videos and stuff, you know, we're just going to assume that you're poor. I don't know. It's probably a better way to say it. But yeah, I guess let me know. Let me know how it's going. And, or that they're assuming, like, if you're looking at a guide, you probably, we're just going to assume that these are what you're going for, so you don't cause yourself a lot of problems. And we don't have a bunch of people trying to get in contact with us to figure out what's going on. What up, Doge? And Zach and Tanfa and Mario. I hope everybody's doing well. Been looking forward to this for a while. Not going to be doing much. Still looking forward to it. So far, does the... Ooh, that's the Sword of Six Sages. That is rare. I am taking it. Spears are cool, but get out of here. Kingdom Hearts 2 for sure, Dago. Nah, sounds good. That's like one of the best ways to... it really... I probably lurk in streams more than I talk in them. But at the same time, too, I have this problem where if I start talking in a stream, I, like, can't... I get glued. And then before I know it, like, several hours has gone by. You know, I've probably got stuff I was supposed to be doing. Okay, that is the sword. I was going to collect swords that make the swords. So this is like the Gertie blade. That's kind of what I remember. I was actually going to collect the different swords that make these special swords, like this one's, you know, scimitar. I think that's how you say it, of the 7. So I have its replacement right here if I need. And then I have the diamonds. I should have the diamonds. It's kind of been coming back to me a little more. Yeah, 12. 6 Sage's Sword. That's a good one. I like that one. And if I get another one, I'll use the other one. So let's just drop this right quick. And then we'll just drop this over here. It'll probably disappear, whatever. And then that is the one we're holding. There you go. And you just got the Twilight Princess sword right there. I've seen it before. How dare you? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you're not wrong there. It's like, that's probably a safe assumption. But at the same time, I can see where they would do that just to, like, avoid causing people trouble. And then if you realize that that's not like I did, which I realized, no, this isn't really pertaining to me necessarily. It's a good thing that they had put that in there, I suppose. So I guess it's not so much assuming. They did make sure to be like, this is kind of for, like, if you need to work with, like, just kind of the base amount of stuff you can get started with or whatever. This is probably what you want to do. The problem is for anybody who needs more than that, then you gotta go looking more. You'd think there'd be, like, another one. And it's hard to tell, too, because everything changes so much and so quickly. But then at the same time, it's like, yeah, so if we make a guide on this or whatever, everything's just going to change tomorrow. So we'll just do the base one and keep it that way. So you got to look around a bit. Very long, got to get up early for sure. Yeah, some about lately has, like, I've been super ready to stream or whatever, but then when I get to that point, something fucking happens. This time it was my mom called me. And I'm not just gonna not talk to my mom. Kimma. Kimma. Finish building the house? Is it not done? Or is there, like, more? Oh, no, you're right, actually, because they're still sitting out there. I should do that. I guess I've done it so many times. A lot of times I forget what I've done and what I haven't. Or it was like, I guess when it was happening, maybe I was like, I'll just do it later. Save the weapons themselves. See, and that's what I was doing. What was that? That's what I was doing. Oh, boomerang. But then it caused me to never use them. And I kind of like, I would want to use them. Like, why wouldn't you want to use them? So I was like, I know what I can do. I can use them, break them. I still have problems with using them. You know, first or whatever. A lot of times I just end up using all the weak weapons. Like, I pick up random weak weapons. I should have gone to the Korok Forest first. Whatever. But yeah, that just tends to be the habit. So the idea, in theory, it was, alright, well, if I just save the things that make them, I won't have to be worried about using them, because if they break, then I can just go get new ones. And I already have the thing I need to make them. So that was the idea there, but in practice, it hasn't necessarily gone, you know, as planned. Whatever. You know, maybe I'll make a point of it. Maybe I'll make a point of it today. You know? I need to go get more Savage Lionel Crushers. These things are pretty awesome. Disrespect. No, I know what you mean. Feels kind of dirty. But you can remake them. That's why. Guardian. Break then recharge. You're probably not wrong. I don't disagree with the weapon system in this game. I definitely don't. I think that depends too. Like, if you play it more, it becomes less of a deal. I suppose over time. Might be what has happened for me, at least. But yeah, there are a few things that could definitely be tweaked. And that would actually be a good idea. Maybe it would be a little too OP, though. But then at the same time, it's like, why does it matter? I mean, you got it. There are plenty of other things that are super OP in this game to begin with. You know, what makes this any different? Just a recreation? So is it like directly not the same weapon? Is it like Scimitar of the Seven recreated? Remix? I think I get what you're saying there. And yeah, that's pretty deep. That kind of goes along with, you know, your personality, though, I think. Yeah. How pure. How pure. Magic and reason why to get them. No, you're actually totally right. I actually definitely agree with that. I guess I'm just trying to theorize at the same time why that wouldn't be the case. Like, why didn't they think of that? Why is the Master Sword the only one? Or was it a point of making the Master Sword the only one? You know? I don't know why they didn't do that. Weird like that. You know, that's right. I wouldn't even worry about it. It's just something that I've noticed over time. I don't need that one. Yeah, after this, I'll actually go stop at the forest. Probably up some slots. And probably go hunting for Koroks again. For a bit. Whoa. That's been pretty fun this last few times. Eventually, I will get into... I don't know, though. I'm personally not super worried about it. It gives me something to do. I've already done everything so many times. I'm just kind of here to hang out anyway. When it broke originally. Oh, fuck, really? So if you broke it, you had to go all the way to the forest and pull it out again? I can see the idea there too, but I'm definitely glad they didn't go through with that one. Nah, it's way cooler that it just shows back up. Still, though, you know, I'm glad that they hit the mark there, but they definitely, yeah. Definitely should have made the champion's weapons a little bit different. And that would basically be perfect. It's like you've got all these other weapons around the world, or whatever that you can find. You can find a bunch of this, you know, and then there's the blood moons anyway, too. So if you find one, you can go back and get it later. So knowing where a lot of them are is a good thing. But yeah, it would be cool to like have all these weapons that break. You know, you start with the twigs. What the fuck? Yeah, this controller's been reading Amiibo. Oh, what is that? What's that about? Wait a minute. Okay, I think I know what's going on, actually. Actually, no, I don't. If you would like to use a Nintendo Switch Pro controller that is currently connected to the... So they know that this is a problem. That's like literally what that tells me right there. Alright, let's try to like reconnect, I guess. Okay, that worked. Okay, there we go. Weird. Anyway. Moving on. Wonder what that's about. That's the first time that's happened. So what was I talking about? Oh yeah, so you go through, you collect twigs, and then you move up to crowbars, and then, you know, all the other weapons, and they break over time. And then it would be cool to like move up to like weapons that didn't break. You know, because they're going to be like the more powerful things anyway, too. And then it's not like it's too many of them. It would be 5. Right? 5? I would say even do that with the ones that you get with the amiibos. You know, like the original, like the hero sword, or, you know, the other ones. I can't actually remember if I opened this one. Trigger the sword returning through a glitch. Okay, no, I did. Would we want to, though? There's definitely a lot of people out there, though, that they don't even care. It's just like, it's a glitch, I want to do it. Even if the glitch, like, isn't great. It's like, that's all they care about, is glitches. Which I guess is kind of... doing glitches kind of... it feels cool. I can sort of understand it. Some people are, like, super obsessed, though. Could you imagine if that actually hurt you when it came back? Oh, what the fuck am I doing? Nah, I don't need that. I already have a couple of those. So actually here, in a minute, pretty fun. No, definitely. Another diamond. It's kind of like those people who are obsessed with getting their emulators to run at like 5 million frames per second when there's like absolutely no point. Oh yeah, and then speaking of too, yeah, I actually went... So last night was 48 frames per second. Which is kind of what I had to do before too. And now we actually are at 60 frames. So yeah, definitely let me know. And especially too, if the combat and stuff still seems loud. Because I have a lot of... I can play with it quite a bit. I can't really, you know, monitor in a very effective way. That's the... I kind of have to go back to the stream and, like, see how it went. And then once I kind of get in the groove of it, it'll be a lot better, but... This is kind of something that just always happens. I want my fish. So many frames! Oh my god. What are we gonna do with all these frames? Oh, that was the last one! Okay then. What are we gonna do with all these frames? Forest. Okay, I don't think I have 114 Korok seeds. I think I've collected in total 114. That's over here. Oh, I should probably make food too. 32, yeah. I can get a few. $500 frames in Minecraft, yeah. I mean, it can make it can make some games more interesting. That's kind of like actually RE7. When you do Madhouse, the frames are actually uncapped, and that's actually part of the challenge. Because a lot of things can happen at particular frame rates. I mean, what does that actually do for him, though? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just sitting here like, I don't see the point in that. I don't notice a difference. Or something. But is there an actual, like... That was the wrong thing. Is there actually a reason to do that? Alright, man. Steven, you get back. Bow or shield? I feel like bow. I never really run out of shields. Oh, don't I? You need to learn how to count good. No, I just need to learn how to pay attention. So actually, I probably don't... I might have enough for shield then. 10. Okay, I don't got enough. Maybe I should have gone for those two first. Whatever, doesn't really matter. Back to the elephant. LOL, why not? Yeah, exactly. See, and that's, you know, sure. And it's not like it really matters. I've actually had people, like, get mad at me for not doing it, though. So I guess I have a little bit of a different experience with the whole thing. Like, this kid, he was, like, saying that you need to do this because I was happening to use the emulator that was would do it. And then I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm trying to just kind of stream, you know? I'm trying to kind of hang out and stream. And he's like, no, you got to do this or whatever. And then he's sitting there like, I'm doing it right now. Here, come. Maybe he was just trying to get me to check out his stream. He's like, I'm live right now. I can show you. Or whatever. I'm like, nah, man, I'm good. Can you give me a reason? Actually, yeah, it was probably to get me to watch his stream. But at the same time, he just really wanted me to be playing whatever the hell I was playing. Probably Ocarina of Time at, you know, 500 frames per second. Which, so then, we've gotten to the point where it's like, my experience with this is just trying to be pressured. Okay, cool, yeah, it's down there. To do something that I'm like, no, I'm good. And then if you keep going, then that's kind of when we have a problem. Probably shouldn't have come down here while it was raining. But I have magical powers. I don't want to go in there because I'll just be in the middle of like all those thorns. And then there's a bunch of Lizalfos everywhere. Oh shit! If this stream gets 10. We will destroy. Or no, destroy Ganon. Post and pin. Mine. Don't run Skyrim on higher frames than supported. The physics. See, that's at least like sort of a reason though to try something. That's just funny. So yeah, for some games, things will happen. I don't know. Maybe this kid just didn't know how to convey. Maybe should have realized that I just was not catching on. He probably needed to think. He probably needed to think of a different way to explain it than just going for the same strategy the entire time. Because then after that, it just kind of got annoying. And then it's like, even if this is a good idea, I don't want to do it now. I didn't mean to press that. That was my knee. Oh, actually a spear's super solid for the regular enemies. I should probably carry more spears. A lot of the enemies like these are so quick. So you... Oh, hello. So I'm going to say that that was that one. So is there two around here, or was it just I had to follow something? I'll look around for a minute. I'm just going to leave this here. I'm just going to pretend like this isn't part of a deal that was made earlier. It's just going to nonchalantly, eventually I'll just kind of take that cheese and... The stuff is in the bushes behind your house. The wheels. Give me your lunch money. Oh god, we gotta get the fuck out of here. Yeah, you probably do, because I just kind of attack stuff. Hey, I ain't no nerd. I never die. I promise I will never die. Probably down here, if there is one. Actually, I think I got this one too. It was a balloon. Right? I also don't want to think that I was thinking of another one again and didn't get it. There he is. Is that him? Oh no, I haven't gotten this one. Let me at him. I will get my lunch. Oh, here we go. Of forgiveness? No, I brought the cupcakes of despair. Because that's a thing now. Just baked it. Yep. Yamaha! I don't have anything to drop on you, unfortunately. Actually, I'm going to test something really quick. Okay, so I'll use the Master Sword, because as we were talking before, it is a weapon that kind of doesn't break. But I'll have to turn on stream myself from another device. Just because I am very curious. Testing, 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 testing. Because I am very curious. Testing, 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 testing. Success. I think that's good. The next thing I'm going to do is get into some combat. And then that should tell me. Probably should do it during the Ganon fight, really. So, testing again. Oh wait, fuck. Success. I think that's good. The next thing I'm going to do is get into some combat. Professional. Testing again. Testing again. Testing again. Cue the music. Cue the music. Testing again. I've got to be talking kind of a regular voice. You know what I mean? So just to kind of see what that sounds like. Let me go. This guy doesn't know where I went. or where he is probably. He got smacked in the head. It's pretty severe, I'm sure. Concussions.
Testing again. Testing again. Testing again. Cue the music. Testing again. I've got to be talking kind of a regular voice. You know what I mean? So just to kind of see what that sounds like.
See, so it's almost like the game's too quiet.
He doesn't know where I went or where he is. Probably he got smacked in the head. It's pretty severe.
At the same time, there doesn't appear to really be music. You're good, man. Welcome back. No worries. See, and that's like that literal problem that I was talking about with me and watching streams. I have a tendency to get like super glued to them. I'll probably test it during the Ganon fight. So yeah, the fight music didn't even really play. And then it's tough because it's really hard to, like, when you need to put it down. So a lot of times I kind of like have to stay away from like talking and stuff. Cause like, I don't know, I'll be a lot of times just interested in like different conversations that are going on. And I like don't want to miss anything. Oh yeah, that would turn it lightning, wouldn't it? Okay, there's a rock around here somewhere. Working on my crab collection. Actually, these crabs are super solid. I can't remember what the attack ones are called, but I definitely like to grab up theirs. Meant to do too. Yeah. Yep. Pretty much exactly. No, I totally understand. If anything, that's all I'm trying to say, so not even worried. Ah, that's really bright. There we go. My eyes. Yeah. All these extra pixels. All these extra P's that I'm not even really looking at because it looks the same to me. But I can pretend. And again, seems to be doing fine. I got the bitrate up at like 5,000? It's a pretty good number. It's not like the best. I just kind of want to check again. What did I have it at? Output. Okay, I lied. 4,000. That's like, it's good. It's actually like the middle ground, if anything. That's like kind of like where for quality. That's what you know. A lot of people, they have to do it in. That was a porgy. That was a mighty porgy. Okay, I got a bunch of those, I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, I gotta make food. 2,500. And actually, if you're streaming on Twitch, they have different levels of bit rates that you can use. Like if you're just new on Twitch, just random asshole, they you get capped at like 2,000, even though I know that they just recently upped it. And then if you're an affiliate, you get a little bit more. And then if you're a partner, you got the most, which was like 8,000, but they've actually upped that recently as well. But that was kind of interesting, something that people don't really mention, that is a thing. Because 2,000 is really not that good. So yeah, I don't know. But I mean, if you're new on there, and I can see why they do it. And then yeah, it's just the people who have kind of already made it get everything. Not like they don't necessarily deserve it though. Be checking Diablo 2 Remake? I probably would. However, as much as I've played a lot of these older games and I talk about them all the time, Diablo 2 wasn't really one of them. I played a lot of Diablo 3. Diablo 2, yeah, no. But I mean, I did see it. It did seem cool. I just never really got it. And I don't really know why. Because it's like, well, certain things kind of changed, like, what I liked over time. I mean, when I had started really gaming and stuff, I was getting into, like, StarCraft. You know, still Blizzard. But yeah, Diablo 2 just wasn't one of them, and I don't really know why, because that game actually looks sick. And the concept is awesome, and like all the different layers, you know, levels of hell and stuff like that was kind of what well, I'm just kind of assuming that that's what it was going for. That might not be. But yeah, and then I definitely got pretty into Diablo 3. I have streamed that before. I don't know. More than 3? There you go. Yeah, I'd definitely try it. Any more, that's definitely like my steez. A guy I used to hang out with would say. And I'll totally use it. Okay, it's not up there. Just gonna kind of check again really quick. Age of Calamity, Crash Bandicoot 4, Kingdom Hearts 3, and its DLC. Age of Calamity, I'm gonna get it, you know. Well, I mean, I already got it. You know, but it just kind of doesn't really matter. It's something I'm gonna get. It does. The story is actually amazing. Like, I would play it solely for that. But it's kind of boring. I don't know, and maybe that's kind of my fault too, because I kind of tend to what I sort of figured out the meta to be, which is, you know, throwing stuff up into the air and then attacking it in the air, because, you know, that way you're not really going to be getting hit. You're doing a lot of damage. There are a lot of ways to buff aerial attacks. I didn't really like playing Revali. That's the thing too, is like, I definitely don't like playing most of the characters. They just, I don't know, and that could be a me thing too, because I'm not used to them, and it just feels gross, and so I don't really enjoy myself. But altogether, yeah, so I guess it really depends. The story was awesome. I don't care if it's, you know, canon or not. It doesn't really matter. Apparently it's a good thing that it's not, but wouldn't have really made a difference for me if it was. The story was definitely really cool. The gameplay is definitely repetitive and very tedious. Very tedious. Also, you would expect that the controls would be a lot more like Breath of the Wild, but I think that they're probably more like the last Hyrule Warriors, which that one I actually haven't played. I still do need to go back to that. I was doing the very hard mode, which is kind of weird to have a... You know, normally there's like a name for it. But apparently the hero mode is just very hard mode. There is hard mode. So I was going through that. And then it did kind of just get lame. See, this right here is a game that I can definitely play a lot of and still not really get bored. You know, that game, it wasn't so much. And it was weird too, because the story was one of the better stories in a game, I think, that I've seen in a minute. Oh, are we at 10? There we go. Thank you all for the 10 likes and or dislikes here. I'm gonna go to Stray Ganon. You guys want some rupees? That was a habit. You guys want some rupees? But yeah, totally go to Stray Ganon. Oh, there he is. Kingdom Hearts, for sure, yeah. Nah, totally. Obviously, it's all the same to me, too. But my opinion would be that also, I don't really know much about Kingdom Hearts. I know you guys are always talking about Kingdom Hearts. Crash Bandicoot would also be, I mean, you know, cool. But also, I would have to say, I mean, actually out of the three, though, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I also don't know why I'm coming up here. Well, it's for this, but I don't actually need it. So, do I have... I could get rid of this anyway. Might as well take it. Those act like boomerangs? What? Well, I guess that was a Lizalfos arm. Did anybody know about that? That Lizalfos arms could act as boomerangs? Legally obligated. That was random. But I learned something. I did not know that. I never had a reason to throw the arm until then. I mean, it makes so much sense though, that now that I've seen it. It was a Lizalfos arm. They always drop, you know, the boomerang swords. So yeah, that makes a ton of sense. I didn't think of it, I suppose. Oh, random facts? Yeah, see? It's even in a random facts video. Not necessarily widely known, most likely. No, that's pretty cool. I don't know, just interesting. And random. Spot on. Spot on. Squirrel needs more cake. I'll feed the birds. There you go. I'm pretty sure that's digestible to a bird. They eat like rocks and shit. It's funny how every time I'm like ready for them to do it off. And then they haven't done it to me once. It's like they know when you're ready for it. Hey, what's up, Tom? How's it going, man? Got to 10 likes, so we're gonna go talk to a guy. Ask him why he's created such a mess out of my home. And then try to get him to pay for it. I ain't cleaning that up. Just jump around that ledge there. That was weird. Okay, got him. Thanks for the like, man. And good morning. It's a good one. I won't either. They did really well. They definitely did it justice. I need to play A Link to the Past again. Oh god. Might even be what I do after. The theory of the maps in this game is cool. Actually, and I don't really know how you would do it in another way. Not even that I'm looking at the map right now or anything, just something that I'm thinking of while it's like doing all these weird things because of where I'm looking. Random. That's kind of another thing. Aside from the way the weapons work and stuff. Still haven't beat it, yeah. Luckily, I know my way. Beating that game for the first time is definitely... would be definitely quite a bit more difficult, I suppose. But... luckily, I kind of know my way around in that one. Kind of no matter how many times... or like how long it's been. That's kind of gotten to that point. Same with a lot of these, which has its own positive effects for me. It's a good one. It's a good one to beat. It's definitely a one that feels good to beat. That's what I can say about that. Same with Link's Awakening. Or really any of those. A lot of the 2D ones, actually, and then especially the original. That's the one that feels really good to beat.
But my power isn't strong enough.
This one, it kind of depends on what you were doing. Obviously, it felt really good to do the 3-heart thing. Just in time. What up, Helta? How's it going, man? Yep, got to 10 likes, so it is time to destroy. Ganon. And then I'll like change it to 20. If we can get to 20, I'll do it again. Other than that, I've just been hunting for Koroks. Was the sequel A Link Between Worlds? Well, and actually, I haven't played that one. We'll see in 3DS. I haven't really been able to do much about it. Eventually, I want to. I want to actually as well play like the 3Ds. It's really cool that if you beat Ocarina of Time 3D, it just kind of comes with Master Quest. But you beat it 3 times, then Master Quest opens up. It's really cool that they did that. 3DS streaming is one of the more complicated ones to figure out, though. Definitely. And I just haven't really... Yeah. Someday, though. I mean, we have a 3DS and the games. It's just when it gets to capturing it that it becomes... Oh, shit. I gotta listen to this. How does it sound? Is it too loud again? I'll be able to find out here in a minute. Might as well get other perspectives. Okay, see, no, it's way quieter. And I'm like super loud. It was definitely like ridiculous. See, I've gotten to the point where now I'm like echoing to myself. I've kind of at the same time just been over emulators for a while. I mean, the setup that I've got going on wouldn't be that great to it. Before, it was like, that's like what I had going on. That was like what I had going on. And now things are a bit different. I've been trying to remain on like the actual consoles and stuff if I can, just because it's far less, you get far less complications. That's the wrong thing. Could be a bit louder. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, actually. So here. Because that music is epic. That's the tough part. Even though it feels like I'm constantly saying, that's the tough part. This is all just ridiculously hard. But I do agree. Let's see here. No, not that. That one. Messing around with new software, you know, might as well be playing on an emulator. Because you want to hear the music, but then loud parts will happen, and you get like drowned out. There we go. Let me know. I upped it 10%. See, I almost feel like I need to try to make this longer. Because this feels lame. This feels totally lame. I don't know, I guess I could find like a middle ground rather than going like straight up Fierce Deity. I could like... I mean, one that's even worse though is the Guardian Armor. The Guardian Armor is ridiculously... I mean, when paired with Guardian weapons, it's insane. Let's, what should I wear here to beat Ganon with? I could, you know, I could be a jabroni. Yeah, you want to do that? Beat Ganon as this? Much better? Yeah. Good, good. You know, we'll try to get better a little bit as we go. Just a little bit better every time, and then we'll find the sweet spot, and then we can hang out and not have to worry about it. Champion Tunic Hylian Pants. Champion Tunic. That's a, yeah, I can see where you're going for here. Hylian Pants. Any particular hat? I wish we had like a some sort of top hat or something. We could be a Hylian camel. We could be a Hylian biker. Climber. Bike climber. I feel like that's alright. Okay, that was way off. He didn't hit me though. I actually do want to try that though. That didn't work. There we go. That one's getting better. Let's use not a Lionel 5-shot bow. I guess this one. Let's use this one. Well, now you can't get hurt by that. Okay, this one I'm not ready to learn. That was real way off. That looks good. Oh yeah, Hylian Hood would have made sense. I don't know why I didn't. I don't think I really saw it. This is actually kind of what I was wearing like before. Do something else that I like need practice on but feel confident enough to practice it. Please. Got it. How do you pull a... Okay, so if I'm holding a two-handed weapon, how do I pull a shield? Or pull my... well, yeah, shield out. Like, if I have a two-handed weapon in attack mode. I guess probably like the... Yeah, probably do this, I suppose. And then if I switched, would it take it out? Skyward Sword recently, between learning to parry and Breath of the Wild, Star Wars Fallen Order. It's a joke, is it? Funny. That's awesome. I still haven't played Skyward Sword yet. I still need to buy it, actually. But I've only kind of recently come back. You don't? That's not a thing? Okay. It's just not a thing. Something I've got to deal with. I have to go to bed for sure. Thanks for hanging out, Tanva. Yeah, my bad. But, yeah, good stuff. Okay. See, so that actually didn't even... That wasn't even really at me. Because I didn't move and it didn't hit me. Which is kind of weird. Normally that thing's like super good at following you. Okay, it didn't break it. Actually, I heard of there's another game that's like kind of a meme too with like a parry. I can't remember what it is though. But people kind of reference it, especially when doing the Trials of the Sword. There's that one guardian who's like super far away. So you have to be able to time it correctly or you die. And then you know, lose your trial, which really sucks. So, but they're like, if you played this game, and I can't remember what it was, it's like you should really have no problem with it. It was, you know, what was it? A whole 2-second time frame. Just probably pretty good. What is it in this, do you know? I just kind of have a feel. I'm trying to envision how long that would be. That's definitely a long time when it comes to gaming, though. That's definitely a long time when it comes to gaming. I guess I'll just have to see. I guess good news, though. Okay, that was way off. This one, a lot of times, it's just distances. Can kind of mess me up. Okay, I have one, which is kind of his regular. You know, when he's sitting like this and then he points his leg at you. That one's easy, or like with a guardian. Because that's just like pretty much do it when it goes off. And then further, you have to wait until it's a little further out. Second or so. It's actually like, actually, I don't know if that's easier or harder. I was gonna say, what's, we were literally just talking about the game. It's a Zelda game. Hyrule Warriors. Like, seems harder at first. One thing that's really weird with that game is, I think one thing that was messing with me a lot was the switch between the attack and parry buttons. Generous, but not easy. For sure. Yeah, it's definitely... You can build kind of a memory for it. Okay. Urbosa's Fury? No, not while he's... It sort of works, but not like all the time. Or am I crazy? I don't know. I don't actually know. There we go. Because, well, no, I think it has to be during a phase where he's not... I actually kind of forgot what I was talking about halfway through, my bad. So, like, right here, see? So it didn't work, but he was kind of in, like, his switchover sort of stage, you know? I have gotten it to work on... Actually, let's just try it. Let's just try it. Oh, well, we don't have it anymore. Okay, God. Next time we'll try it. Okay, nope. That's not good. There we go. Any weapon, they're all basically the same. See, the other thing too is I don't know if you can actually stun lock him so much in Master Mode. Let's try it. See, so he should, yeah, he would have stunned right there for sure. Not only was that enough damage, there was a break, which would have been a crit, so... I don't know if you actually can. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's also not good. God damn it. Thanks, Tariq. Let's do this one. But I actually did get it to work. That one was too late. I did get it to work like yesterday. I did get him to stun. I just don't think that I did it like while he was switching. Flames. Yeah, that's what I'm not really quite... I was trying it yesterday. And I like died several times. I couldn't get it. I'll get there. I'm not ready. But actually there are a couple in even this one right here that I wasn't really able to do before either, so that's progress. I've definitely been playing around with it a little bit more. Especially these wall ones. These wall ones are kind of the tougher ones for me. Yeah, this is a pretty good one. Like I just said. That was way too early. And I'm dead. Works in water blight? No, it definitely worked while I was fighting him. Like even in his like invincible form or whatever you want to call it. Second phase. Based on timing rather than how much damage you do. I know you definitely need a certain amount of damage for it to work, so it might be a little bit of both. Because it's when he stabs his leg into the ground. That's a big goof. Oh, I'm wearing the wrong gear. I've been like, I don't know, I guess getting sort of bored, so I've been kind of making it too difficult. I don't know.
I'm sorry.
Because if I do it like this, you'll be dead in 2 seconds.
I can't hold.
And you guys were nice enough to give me 10 likes. So I kind of want to, like, you know, hang out for a minute and, like, try maybe some new stuff or something. Yeah, here. I think we've been at it. I'll just get it done. We'll go back to Koroks. I have a pretty specific rotation usually. Which is basically from those 3 Heart Ganon fights. The regaining health. That's what does it.
Now my moment has finally come. Brace yourself, Ganon.
No, it
for the
hasn't.
sting of my revenge.
Come on. There we go. Well, actually, normally what I do is throw a sword at him, but whatever. So the timing is right there. Like as soon as that spear stabs into the ground. That was actually like super good RNG. I'm gonna go to this for now. Also super good. If he's gonna do something, this is kind of what you want. Ah! I thought he was going for the one on the left. Or, well, his left. Which is a little slower. If there is a part that is cancer, though, it's this next part. It's the next part. Even though apparently for everybody else it's really easy. No, the armor's super OP. Dude, you should see it when, maybe I'll do that next time. Guardian armor with Guardian weapons. Especially, like, if you can get a hold of the plus battle axe. It's like, it's ridiculous. There are people that have, like, they have combos that I don't even really know how to pull. It would take a lot of practice, but it's like the shield surf jump, but it's almost like turns it into a double jump. And then they're able to, like, they're basically able to pretty much one-shot him. It's ridiculous. It's like a Ganon speedrun sort of thing. It's insane.
Ganon was born out of a dark past. He is a pure embodiment of the
But the Guardian armor, I want to say it's 80% increased damage. Which the if you have 3 attack buffs, so 3 swords or whatever, then it's 50%. I want to say, these numbers might be wrong. So if you couple the Guardian armor with using Guardian weapons, and then as well eat like a 3 buff attack food, then you have like 100 and yeah, you have 120% increased damage. So you're like running around pretty much one-shotting gold anything too. It's, people have really nailed it, or yeah, nailed it down when it comes to this game. Probably a better phrase for that. Okay, this time I'm actually gonna switch. Every time I do this, I'll even try to do it like the way you're supposed to. Here, ready? How does, here we go. You gotta have the bow out. And then try to switch the bow. There's the rock. Didn't go around it. Close enough. But this time it won't be mid-air that I'm trying to switch. Uh-oh. Oh god. Oh god. Won't be mid-air. Gonna avoid these trees. We're gonna take a little bit of a tighter turn. We're gonna hang out for a second. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god. Hey, knock that off. So we did really well with the other stuff, but we messed up the part that we usually got. Yeah, there's that one, I guess. Can I, like, can you whistle and get the horse to come? Probably. I mean, that is what that's for. Ah. No bullet time. Bother. There we go. Hey, over here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Here, come back, please. It might have died. Might have died. There's no map or anything. I'm not seeing anything. Not seeing anything. There you are. Hey, get over here. What the hell are you doing? Run. Come on, no, don't stand there. Get out of the fire. Oh, fuck. Get out of the fire. Get out of the fire. Get out of the fire. If you know, you know. Yeah, at least we were able to get it. Hey, come over here, like root for real. Serious. Okay, I know you're like magnetized to that foot for some reason. There we go. All right, back on track. Ah. No, come back, come back, come back, come back. I'm not losing you again. I need you. I'm sorry. Literally the same thing happened.
No!
Ah. I'm like all over the place. There we go. Right into the foot again. Never mind. Yeah. You know, I can't stop that horse from running into a burning building. You know, I guess
Look up there.
it is what it is. I'm looking. How did you see that if nothing was happening, Zelda? There we go. And time, I think. I couldn't really see it. It's about in that area. Master Sword durability glitch. Highest durability since the Master Sword uses 1/4. Not only does it just not break. Not only does it not really break. 3 attack boost armor. You don't get attack boost. Oh no, it's because it's different. It's because you are right. If you have an attack armor, like I wouldn't be able to do that with the Fierce Deity and then eat an attack food, but I could do it with the Guardian armor because it's a different sort of buff. So you can wear the Guardian armor and then get whatever that's called, which is just the Guardian sort of buff, and then you can have a 3 attack buff food because they're different. But normally, yeah, you wouldn't actually be able to, you know, wear attack armor and get an attack buff from food. Unless it was like, you know, one of your armors was 1 and then, you know, the food was 2 or any other combination. It's, yeah, max 3. But it just so happens that Guardian armor increases the damage of Guardian weapons. With no, with no flaws whatsoever. I love riding horses. Take you on my... Yeah, we didn't see the punches being thrown. Probably did more damage than we did. Or than I did. Guardian armor. Guardian proficiency. Yeah, whatever that is. So it just happens to be technically different, so you can do that. Which is pretty cool. I actually haven't tried it, though. I just know about it. I could go and collect a bunch of Guardian weapons and then start running around in Guardian armor. Why'd you come back?
Over you all this time.
I wanted to meet the Grim
Witnessed
Reaper.
your struggles to return to us, as well as your trials in battle. I always thought, no, I always believed.
I gotta go get a drink really quick.
Find a way to defeat Ganon.
I'll skip the credits and stuff, but still be right back.
These many years.
Saw sword? I don't remember. I want to say it was one of the 2-handed axes. But yeah, I'll be right back really quick.
May I ask, do you really remember me?
Oh, did you want this? Here. I'm not back yet.
This is my water.
Kind sir, the mountain.
Actually, that's probably too quiet too now. That's my water. Kind Zack of the mountain. I have no quarrel. We didn't say he was wrong. Oh, wait, no, is it his water? Apparently. I mean, he could probably beat us up, so yeah. You ever been punched by a Goron? For water? He did pee in it, though. So at that point, do you even really want it? Well, then again, I'm asking the internet. So you never know. Alright. Thanks again for the 10 likes, Steets. Yeah. We need to find somebody who's credible. PTSD. You ever lost your leg to a Goron? This is my leg. Well, probably want to kind of go out and then in, wouldn't you say? Actually, in that case, yeah, I kind of want to go over here. I lost a leg in Goron Mountain. I was trying to get a drink. Alright. Wrong way. Is it? No. Don't know what you're looking at, don't want to know. I have. I don't know which is worse. It's about the same. You kind of get the wind knocked out of you either way. Don't know what you're looking at, don't want to know. Actually, he wasn't hugged by the Goron. He definitely just knew he didn't want to be. Gotta love doing that. Oh god! Where's that spear? Oh, I just got that horse back. Oh. He beat me to it. What are you doing with a lizard spear? Let's see here. Actually, yeah, it's probably in this. Right, there's a Korok breeding ground, I can already tell. Are you kidding? You guys are so annoying. I guess that's kind of the point there. There's so many... Right as I was about to say, there's so many things that'll just... Oh, hey, gold. They'll just pop up on you. You know what? You know what again? Yeah, give me a second. God damn. I guess I gotta knock your head off and hit it first. Jesus Christ. Ah. Just gotta bully him, I guess. I don't even really know the right way to fight those alphas still. Is there like any effective strategies? Or is it just kind of don't die? I know fast weapons. Anytime I use a two-handed weapon, well, that isn't a spear on them, it always goes pretty garbage because they're so fast. Horizon Zero Dawn. Yeah. I mean, I can sort of do that if I was in the air. Never played that one. Meh, meh, meh. Oh, Koroks. What joy you have brought to the game. Okay, I don't even want to deal with you. The other guy was gold. I'm gonna wait for you to come back around. Oh, what? This is a dodgy one. I even like compensated. You were not helping. Ha! I'm not here. Where am I supposed to be going? The opposite way. Of course. Pretty good, like Breath of the Wild. Robot deer, eagles, and T-Rexes. That sounds pretty diverse. I've definitely heard the name, but it'll get there eventually. I'm not holding a weapon. I put it away on accident. Here, we use this thing. Kind of like I was saying earlier that I should do that more. Use the guardian weapons. Or not guardian. Are they called they are called guardians, aren't they? So guardian weapons kind of mean two things. You got some health. Right. Thunderstorms suck. I mean, they're really not bad, except for the fact that electronics... Because I kind of like them, but I do a lot of stuff with electronics, so it's kind of annoying most of the time. Champion, that's the word. Yeah. Champion. Ooh. A beetle. I don't remember which one this is, though. It's not an attack beetle. And some moss. Rugged. Okay, defense beetle. He's probably just up top. Come on. Can't climb that? Oh, I'm still like crouching. Ah. I probably will soon enough. Maybe in the next stream even. Try to switch it up a little bit more. Just a random thing that I'm kind of thinking to myself right now. I probably will start, especially as I get like more comfortable again doing this. Huh. We'll start kind of doing other things and then coming back to it, and then just saying. Maybe even next time I'll play Link to the Past. Plus also obviously getting the quality and stuff dialed in. But talking about A Link to the Past has made me want to play it. Oh, I need that. Initial playthrough Breath of the Wild, got about 40 Koroks. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I think the most that you need for all of the extra inventory is somewhere like 400 or 500, even though there's like the 900 of them. I don't really know how far I want to go with it. But it's never something that I really had done. I don't know, at one point I probably... Collecting them all would, you know, it is somewhat of an achievement. It's not one that's like... I mean, it still is, though. I play a lot of it. It's kind of like... I almost might as well. I'm kind of going back and forward. I'll probably get into the randomizers again at some point. I actually have another... like less powerful computer that I was doing the Resident Evil 1, 2, and 1 and 3 speedruns on. And I do have some of the other games over there. Oh yeah, and then the Zombies Ate My Neighbors or whatever. That was kind of what that was for. I'm not really going to be speedrunning anytime soon. That stuff. I should have gone the other way. Maybe not. But I probably will set some of that stuff up over there. I do have everything I need for the randomizer. However, I will take a bit to set up. Link to the Past is hella overrated? You think so? I mean, I guess I can see what you're saying there. Maybe a lot of people talk about it like it is. I mean, I like the game. I feel like I adequately rate it myself, but yeah, other people probably. I guess there's a lot of times when you have those people talking about something like, you know, it's the best, it's flawless, it's this and that and whatever, just to kind of be able to say it. I still like the game. I guess I don't know. Yeah, kind of a hot take though. I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad. It probably is overrated. Actually, most of the Zelda games are overrated, honestly. I think especially Ocarina of Time, actually. I mean, I still obviously love that game. I still think it's kind of overrated. But I still don't really care either. I'm fine with it being overrated. It's like not really a problem for me. If at the same time, maybe that'll just mean that more people will watch me play it. You know? Whether they're worthy of doing so or not, sort of quote fingers. It's all the same to me. I still enjoy it. The internet's pretty interesting when it comes to that stuff. Especially with gaming these days. I don't know. It's almost like people are making a bigger deal about things that... These things that don't really matter. And I mean, for some sort of perceived status. When most of the time, it's because they like don't know what they're talking about pretty much. But they want to have something to say. I don't know. There's a lot there. What are some games that are underrated? Starting with Zeldas. Maybe then some others too. What are some games that are underrated? Or so yeah, what are some Zelda games that are underrated? Or whatever. Even though I don't know. I feel like might be kind of a strange list. Actually, Twilight Princess probably. I'm pretty surprised that there's a lot of people that really don't like that game. You know, there are a lot of people that actually don't like that game. And I love that game. That's like one of my favorites. It's really long. But I think it's definitely underrated. Whoops. It's not flawless, it's underrated. Altogether. It's kind of... Oh, well, Majora's Mask, obviously, is super underrated. The only reason people don't like it is because they don't like the clock. When that's like... That kind of like... Oh my god. Makes the story of the game. Zelda 2? Probably. I mean, I know they were trying something new. Yeah, it's really not. I had a hard time knowing... Well, and then I was going to say knowing where to go and stuff like that, or what to do. The game is actually not what they wanted. Because the system, they were actually kind of like the N64 drive or whatever that they were making. and it was for like the whole Majora's Mask thing. They actually, so the Famicom wasn't actually powerful enough to run the Zelda 2 the way they wanted. So they actually like made a they made a like an additional, like an attachment, because that's just what Nintendo does. They have to have like all sorts of these accessories and stuff that you plug in. I can kind of get the theory though, but it's still kind of like, really, you know, or designing controllers for 3-hand or whatever. But yeah, with the Famicom, it couldn't run Zelda 2 the way they wanted. They actually had to take out a bunch of stuff. So one problem was when it went from going from the sort of map to the towns, there was actually supposed to be a lot more instances of doing that. But the game, it would take like 8 seconds to load. So they were like, people are not going to deal with that. What are we going to do? And it's like, well, we at least need to make like less of them and stuff. So actually that game ended up not being anything like they had originally planned, but they still ended up putting it out anyway. So if it's frustrating, it actually seems to be, from what I can understand, more so due to that than it actually being a bad game. Some of the concepts for it are pretty cool, you know, and you have like the different levels of you know, attack in your like stats and stuff, which would be kind of cool. It just didn't really work out. It is probably kind of a shame, so I would say that you're probably right. Pitfall: The Unexpected Journey. Haven't really heard of it at all, but for sure. I did ask. Because it has numbers. See, yeah, that kind of falls into like what I was saying before. I don't think it's actually really a good reason. Any game that I'm like sort of in the stream like known for hating was always kind of a meme that kind of got out of control. Would I stream that game though? Really? I mean, nah. I don't know if it would be, you know, a game that I would necessarily want to stream. But it probably is at least underrated. Probably should like play it at least. Minish Cap. And I haven't played that one either. I was actually going to a while back, but it didn't end up happening. And then that was kind of right before I ended up kind of leaving again for a bit. Yeah, I'll go that way. Zelda was a Famicom Disk System game before it became a cartridge. Yeah. Okay. Seems like they just kind of had an idea and they're like, let's go with it. Let's go for it. But yeah, they made the Famicom, and then they were making Zelda 2, and then the Famicom wasn't powerful enough to run Zelda 2. So they were making like another attachment for the Famicom. But I don't know, I guess people might have not. I don't remember exactly what happened there. But I wouldn't want to have to do that for a game. Technology is probably like moving at a strange pace though at the time as well, I suppose. Starting up an original like NES is it feels pretty strange. Like they'll even like pop and stuff, and you feel like it's gonna explode. The only reason I know is because my Famicom Classic mimics the disk system startup on certain games. Huh. Huh. What's another one? Oh yeah, but then there was Majora's Mask. The only reason so many people hate that now too. We've talked about this before though. Actually, I started talking about it and now I don't even really want to talk about it anymore. Oh, it's over there. No, it's over there. But people started trashing it on YouTube and stuff, and then it's like, dude, that guy, like, Mudahar, Some Ordinary Gamers, he's got quite a bit of influence in the gaming community. And his opinions are generally negative. Like, that's like every video is generally negative about something. I mean, he didn't do anything to Majora's Mask, I don't think. His hot take that I didn't necessarily agree with, and whatever, was Resident Evil 3. But, I mean, just kind of a note. There's a lot of that, too, when it comes to gaming as well. And especially these days with the influencers and everything. And all these kids who don't actually have opinions, and they just kind of let everybody decide for them their opinions. Or because they, you know, like, idolize that person, or you know, just want to be like them, stuff like that. So, well, and there's so many more things you could go into, but it is kind of a bother with some things, such as Majora's Mask. And I don't know, maybe I'm like taking it a little a little too personally or whatever, but like it's like when I had posted, I posted a picture on Instagram. It was a picture on Instagram. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was definitely related to Majora's Mask. You know, I've played a lot of it. And that's kind of what that particular Instagram account was for. Well, and then I had this kid come in and he's like, "Oh my god, stop playing this shitty game." And then I answered, "No." That was it. No. Maybe I shouldn't have answered. Because he's obviously just kind of, I don't know. I guess he caught me at the right time for that to actually get me to reply, even though it was just a one-word reply. But yeah, and then he said, if you can convince me that it's a good game, I'll play it. And then I responded, "You're free to do and think whatever you want, guy. I don't give a fuck whether you like it or not. I don't care. It has nothing to do with me. But you don't have to be like a douche." Thanks. And then he actually didn't respond. But yeah, I was like, I don't know, maybe he was expecting a bit more. I'm just looking for kind of a fight, I suppose. But yeah, or really it probably wasn't a big deal whatsoever. Either way though, it's like, it's just annoying. I don't want to have to, you know, it's just annoying. If you never played it, how can you say it's bad? Right, that's obviously the main point, with which it is for most. That's what you can say about most of these people that are trashing it. They haven't played it. But a lot of times when people do play it, they get, you know, well, at the same time, too, I think people are a lot worse at reading. Not worse at reading, but they don't pay as... You're kind of used to now games that tell you what to do most of the time. And you're just kind of going from point A to point B, do this, whatever. And you got to pay a lot of attention in, like, the older games especially. Like, if you don't read pretty much everything, you're going to get pretty lost. I just have it... I know that game really well. And I don't even really have to worry about it. Or think about it. Which is why it's great to stream. Because I can spend more of my energy talking to people, you know? But for a lot of people, that aspect causes a lot of anxiety. It's like so much that they don't even want to deal with it. Like that clock starts ticking and they're like, "Oh my god, I can't even handle this, I'm over it." You know what I mean? A lot of people too didn't realize that there was a way to slow down time. Actually, I came to find out a bit later. Most people actually didn't know, because the Scarecrow tells you. It's because you talk to the Scarecrow and he tells you how to do it. But a lot of people didn't actually know. And then some people, they think you have to like beat the entire game in the 3 days or whatever. So it's like they kind of get this assumption about what's going on, and then they don't even want to deal with it. And then I can understand having a negative feeling towards something like that, because you would like want to play it, but then there's that thing that makes you like not even want to bother. I suppose. I don't know. Haven't played RE1-2 Village. I actually started playing Village. I was also like going through kind of oh, he's already there. Give me my apple. Actually, now you can have it. I was kind of having like an inward battle with it because, you know, I thought that I wanted to like stream it obviously and then play that. But I wasn't streaming at the time. I still wanted to play it, so I started playing it. I didn't beat it. I got not super far either. Oh, shooting star. But I have played a little of it. I'll get back to it later. I'm not really worried about it right now. Seven the most? 7 is actually like one of my favorite ones now. I didn't finish the end of that. I love that game. For so many reasons too. And I actually didn't think it would be that way. First person Resident Evils are actually pretty fun. It feels, actually at first it feels like garbage, but then it starts to feel pretty good. And then at the same time too, like all the DLCs and extra stuff and the way that the stories, like even in the extra contents, stuff like that are really good, and they're always like super relevant to everything that's going on pretty much all the time. Was that the one I just... No. Is it like behind? So here's the problem with this one. Actually, I might want to look just at the map that I have over here. Okay, it is about that area, so I definitely want to go up. Probably over by Kilton there. Oh, shit. Whoops. Oh, here, I'll go back up. Well, yeah, over time that game grew on me like way more than I thought it would. I didn't realize how much we have, like, how similar our opinions were about some of these games. Iffy for you? Okay, so that's what it would be. Love it and hate it. A lot of the inconveniences on the 64 comes to the time mechanic. You're right. Like the, well, and I agree with you there too. The, it is pretty cool that they fixed that in the 3D version where you can choose which hour you go to. And in the original, you're waiting. You're just waiting. So definitely the QOL quality of life changes were pretty, there's a good word for this. We're, I don't know, I almost want to use like paramount, but that's not the right word. But you might know what I'm going for if I say that. Which is pretty cool. And I actually have only played a little bit of the 3D versions. It was just kind of to like see what the controls were like for a minute. But that is one that I would like to stream if I could. Kind of my first time playing it. It definitely, I can tell, will take a bit of getting used to because it is really, it's pretty alien. When I was, or when the 3DS was out, was kind of like, I guess you could say, past my time, sort of a thing. I was about to get one at one point. It just never happened. But yeah, and then I just wasn't gaming at the time. I just happened to be working at a place that sold them. So I almost got one. And it was going to be like the Majora's Mask one too. And now, obviously, years later, I kind of wish. Hate things that are popular. Yeah, there's so many things that are basically like these things. That falls in line with a lot of the things that we've already been saying. Which it's like it's popular to hate it, pretty much. And people are kind of bad at making friends. How do you make friends? You relate to people. You know, if a popular opinion would relate to a lot of people or whatever, you're more likely to, you know, or like it's kind of like a assertion of dominance and stuff like that. Kind of a thing. Yo, hey ducks. What's up, man? And yeah, there's still a lot more there too. It's pretty dumb. Whatever. I remember being like 13. You know, or 9. And saying a bunch of shit that I didn't even really mean most of the time. I would believe that it's more so over there. Oh, it's right. There it is. Okay, I didn't know for sure if I was gonna hit. Later, Mario. Thanks for hanging out, man. I'll probably be going somewhat soon. Again, I meant to start earlier, but I ended up getting a call from. Ended up getting a call from my mom, and we just kind of have a habit of being on the phone forever when we do talk, but we don't talk a lot. She's a busy woman, so has mod, fixes a few things. Use an emulator, you can just do it. For sure. I guess I'd have to see. We do have a 3DS. I don't know if I'd want to mod it. I probably wouldn't want to. I probably might try a bit of both at some point. It's just, as far as like the emulators go, I mean, I know I did a lot of that. You know, before. I've been veering away from it more and more. Not because I like have anything against it, but because over time, oh shit. It's kind of started to like add up and cause me some issues. So if I can go about it in a bit of a better way, but then at the same time too, if I could go about it in like, I guess the real way, then you know, I'd be happy about that. That's the thing with that is that doing it without having to mess with too much of that stuff generally tends to run a bit better. Who been shooting that? Yeah, I'm not terribly interested in messing around with emulators these days and mods and stuff. Eventually, I definitely will want to. Just right now, it's probably not the time. Chrono Trigger. Never played it, have seen it, did love... is it Secret of Mana? Was that the connection there? Am I crazy right now? I know it's like not a likely combination, sort of. But at the same time, I haven't really played Chrono Trigger, and I know there's a few of them. Okay, what do we got? Oh, well, this is probably just a ledge to get a bit further up to go over that way. I think it's in that tree. Has an RE1 reference? The references I've noticed so far were pretty good. That seems to be what like a lot of the game is, which is actually pretty great. And I think that they were trying, I know that they were definitely trying to, on purpose, make as many RE4 references as they could with like visuals, items, or just different certain things that happen. Obviously the pots, stuff like that. Which I think one of my favorite aspects about... Oh, it's probably that one. That game is the feel of it. There was massive... Mostly just, I'm really stoked that you can use the knife to cut things open with one button. But again, quality of life change. It's like, yeah, what else would you be doing if you're standing in front of a pot? You'd be wanting to break it. So I love that they realized that and then implemented it with a one button. Okay, so I actually got probably this one. I mean, I'll check again. One thing about this area, or if I have to place them too close together on the map, might be because I had to. So run around both sides and see what happens. So you're also over here, huh? Or maybe that was the same spot. Could be up here too. One of your favorite games, never beat it? Yeah, Super Nintendo. Right? Am I wrong? Okay, yeah. I think he said DS. I can't find it. Oh, too steep for a DS. Oh, sure.
Scale is now ready.
Yeah, there's a few like that. Yeah. I got super lucky when I found like most of the old games that I've collected. I've also probably spent way too much money on a few of them. Speaking of wanting to get the GameCube Master Quest disc, which I don't have, but I want it. But it's like super expensive most of the time. I mean, even if I found it and it was a good price, I wouldn't really be wanting to go for it right now anyway. That'll be one though. Okay, no, that there's a separate one up here. Could go back to the map again. Oh! Okay, it might actually be like on the ground. Or maybe, is there one like on the wall? I might have already got it. This is a chest. Pretty sure. Oh, is that already open? I guess so. This is where I was opening the amiibo cards at first. So I was over here like a lot. I actually wouldn't be super shocked if I have already gotten this one, but I don't see one. Okay, which apparently it's like right around here. Probably on this thing? Maybe I should be shooting the maybe that was a, oh, they're gone. The arrows are gone. Okay. I've seen a couple streams, not very, it was like short parts of that game. And I know like the characters are, what I had noticed is the characters are pretty much the same. And it's kind of basically the same game. I loved Secret of Mana when I was younger. It frustrated the hell out of me, but I loved it. I didn't even really understand it either. I just kind of kept playing it anyway. It's just a game that I happened to play. You know, when you're a kid, you kind of just play whatever. Or at least I would. And it was just kind of, it was around. I tried it. It was cool. And then for a long time, I remembered it like later in life. And I was like, I should try to find that game again. But I actually didn't know the name of it. I just knew like what it was and like the orbs or whatever. And then kind of like what it looked like. And then it wasn't actually until a bit after I... Okay, well that's one. Had started streaming that I remembered. And then there's gonna be one up there. There should be one like right around here though. I've got the leaf in the wrong spot. Which is why I thought it was on there. Oh, wait. Maybe I was just on top of the wrong one. Actually, hold up. Okay, no, it's showing it like... I zoomed in. It's here. I feel like it has to do something with this. This side or something? Will my arrows go in? No. Oh, whoops. No, that is an accident. What's up with your face? It's like way too small for your head. Goodbye. Pretty sure. Oh, did you? Maybe. Could have been. It was a while ago. Actually, I think one thing that I remembered incorrectly as well was actually something that we were talking about last night, like when it was just about like when you had showed up or whatever. Kind of a thing. I think you were actually more when you said like 2018. This is just something I didn't realize until later. I might as well clear it up though, since I think I was actually wrong. Speaking of, yeah, and it could have been very well. That's how I found it again. 6 hours of it, yeah. Well, when I used to play games when I was younger, I definitely didn't play to accomplish the game. I was kind of just running around. That was like super common. I guess it kind of depended too. Like more of the open world-ish style sort of games, I guess. I definitely didn't. So like A Link to the Past, I definitely didn't beat that until a bit later. Secret of Mana, I still haven't beaten. I did play a lot of it though. I mean, I kind of worked my way through it. It's just most of the time I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do. I think I might come back to this one. There's something that I don't know. However, I am gonna fix this one. It is like right here. It's showing like right here. I mean, now that rock looks pretty suspicious. This is definitely bugging me. But yeah, I'm gonna come back. So much grinding. Yeah, maybe that had something to do with it too. So there's definitely a lot of like upgrades and stuff that I didn't understand. Or like the different foods you eat that do different things. You know, you kind of just eat the chocolate because you're like, if I had chocolate, I would eat chocolate. Other games. Huh. Okay. Out of those. RPGs, rarely finished any of them. Well, and streaming has actually sort of greatly improved that for me. Except I've kind of went through phases. Like sometimes I'll be more into like MMOs, sometimes I'll be more into RPGs, sometimes I'll be more into, just the different types. And streaming has definitely been what has kind of caused me to complete sort of more games than I really ever have altogether. Which is pretty cool. That's an aspect that I do like about streaming. It kind of almost... it'll encourage you to go a bit further. Because other than that, like if I'm playing a game and I'm like not streaming, a lot of times, you know, you find reasons to kind of like put it down, or you go do something else, or you like, you get up, you go get something to eat. But then, you know, the more you put it down, then it's kind of like the less likely, not that you aren't likely anymore to keep going or whatever, but just the more you're not kind of forcing yourself to sit through it or whatever, then the less of a chance that it'll actually happen in the end eventually. So that is one aspect of streaming that I definitely really enjoy, is that it causes me to do that more. At the same time, I think it's a bit different when you get a bit older. But see, and then when you're younger, you're kind of not finishing games for reasons. And then when you get older, you're kind of not finishing games for like totally other reasons. Suck at the live commentary. Trying to write scripted videos, for sure. And even if you don't suck at it or whatever, you definitely want to feel comfortable. For me, I think it's just because of how long I've been doing it. When I first started, I was, I guess, a lot more nervous. I tell the story all the time. You've probably heard it, how when I started to get like my first viewers, I had to move my my mic away from my mouth, because this happened to me during a few things. The first time I got a really good hand in poker. There's others. I might not be able to remember them right now, but that's definitely one of them. Like, all of a sudden, so I get dealt my hand. I'm in a basement playing for like pretty much the first time, and then I get dealt a hand. We were playing for money. So no, you know, that aspect definitely changes a lot of it. It definitely is not like very fun if you're not. Anyway, so I got dealt a pair of 7s, which is the first time that it ever happened to me. And then the flop came down, and there was a 7 in it. And I was like, inside, I was losing my mind, like with how excited I got. And I like couldn't help it. You know, and then at that point, it was just like, oh my god, I love this so much, kind of a thing. So I did it a lot. I still love that game. But, yeah, when people first started showing up or whatever, I had to, like, move my mic away from my mouth because that same sort of thing was happening. And then eventually I just kind of got over it and then got more comfortable. Scripted videos are fun, too. I like making videos as well. And I can totally see that. That's like, yeah, that's pretty logical. Pokemon games? Actually, yeah, probably me too. Now, yeah. Because that game, it's like, there's not really much to it in the first place, but it's still awesome. Like I was saying the other day, what 11-year-old kid wouldn't want to travel around the world and collect monsters to battle with them? I feel there's a problem. I know what you mean there too. That does still happen to me like quite a bit. Like I kind of feel a bit self-conscious or whatever. It's kind of definitely clicking that it doesn't really matter, but it depends on the day too. Like even earlier when I was like saying that I think tomorrow I'll play a little bit of like Link to the Past or whatever, was me sort of feeling a little bit boring just doing this because I've been doing this for a few days now. In the end, I'm just here to hang out. I guess too, it especially will affect you depending on what exactly it is you're worried about. Worrying about things like growth and stuff, or whatever, or you know, just simply people liking you, stuff like that. I'm not saying those are like they have a habit of being able to affect people in a negative way, you know, or make you feel uncomfortable. getting over that is pretty tough. And especially at the same time, too, if you have people like, you know, people are reminding you that stuff sort of for a reason when it comes to like trolls and shit or whatever, trying to make your life harder than it is for no reason. So a lot of times they're just full of shit anyway, so anything they say really... Well, and at the same time too, it's like a lot of times, you know, it's... And I've experienced this before, where it's like, obviously, like, people come in and you want them to hang around. That's like kind of the point of the whole thing. But it's just kind of like, I would almost compare it to being a car salesman. Where it's, there's a statistic where 1 in every 7 people will buy a car. It like doesn't matter how bad you are at it. It's just, so you're kind of waiting for that 7th person, sort of. So a person comes in and they don't want to buy a car. That's fine. That's just 6 more people. 6th person comes in, don't want to buy a car. That's fine. That just means there's 5 more people. You know, and then you're just kind of waiting. You're just waiting for that number. You know, and that is the same thing in general, too. Definitely the aspect of not knowing what's going to happen. Or, like, needing to... You're like, you know, I need to jump on this. I need to, you know, sell that car or whatever. And being anxious about it is definitely not going to help. And if there's just no way to get over that, then... You know, it is what it is. I don't know. That's, there's probably more to that, too. But, well, no, there's definitely more to it. More I would like to say, but I don't really know what it is. In the end, it all just really doesn't matter. And then, yeah, and then eventually you'll just get those people that are going to kind of stick around anyway. And I mean that in the best way possible. I mean that in the best way possible. You definitely don't want everyone to hang around. There's a lot of toxic people out there that are not good to have around. So if anything, a lot of those people are kind of doing you a favor anyway. But yeah, feeling boring, any of the feelings that would kind of be associated sort of in that way are definitely not fun. And a lot of times can be pretty hard to ignore. Not like twice every month. Yeah, you definitely... Like right now, I'm still trying to like get in my groove. For the last... So I've been here back again for 3 days or whatever. And every time I've had to start like later than I want to. For one reason or another. You know? But that's just... We're kind of getting back into it again. I mean, at least I can just do it. But I would like to. They're not going to be probably as long as before. Maybe every once in a while. You know, I'll have... But if anything, yeah, I would like to stream more days than less days and more time. So if anything, at least, you know, a few hours a day, whatever. At least. Kind of get back into that groove again. I love streaming every day. Every day, no days off. Kind of thing. I wouldn't even call it... That's like a bad... Just pretend I like said something else that didn't include the phrase days off. You know, that whole sort of object in motion stays in motion. And I like to just be able to stay streaming. I don't want it to totally consume every aspect of my life. You know, got other shit going on. Or whatever, but I would like to be able to at least do that. And then I'll see what happens. Food for thought, for sure, you know? Yeah. Nothing's ever the end. Maybe you'll get into it again. You know? And then at one point, it's just gotta click. It's just gotta click. You know? I understand the pressures. Absolutely. And I'm trying not to make like a too big of a deal out of this for anything. There is just a lot to say. I can relate. I can definitely relate. Looking at a map here. You know, if anything, yeah, just kind of a sort of never say never scenario. I've been all over the place the past few years with what the hell I'm doing and what I want to do. And, you know, those things are also just kind of still there. I can go back to any of those other things at any time. But I also do know you know, the hot takes of streaming and why you're doing it and stuff like that. And for me, it's a lot of things. But it's also, yeah, I mean, there are those things. I am doing it because, you know, at one point I would like to get like a bit bigger with it, you know, and I would like to like make money and stuff like that. So that doesn't mean I don't enjoy doing it. However, I can understand for a lot of people there's, yeah, talking about that stuff. Usually people are only doing it when they're ready to be like, all right, fuck everybody. It is all about the money. And stuff like that. And I understand that this as well. I want to be careful. Obviously, talking about this stuff doesn't really look that great or whatever, but I think that the right people will be able to tell. That's the thing. The right people will be able to tell what's really going on. And then a lot of other people are just kind of wanting to complain anyway, so it doesn't really matter because you can't win. So you might as well just talk about it. I'm being a dumbass. Yeah, I do that all the time too. Actually, yeah. I have. I remember a long time ago when I was streaming Ocarina of Time. This guy came in. I can't actually remember his name. He was like literally the only one there though at the time. Because this is like before people were like really showing up. And I mean, I had like a couple that would kind of pop in here and there. Anyway. So this guy, he was there. And I was talking to him. And I thought that we were totally having like a conversation. But no, this guy like was literally pretty much just talking to himself. And then I'm sitting there talking to myself because yeah, I was muted pretty much the entire. Oh wait, no, what I think happened. Okay, it might have been I wasn't muted at one point. I did like a be right back. And then I came back and forgot to unmute. Actually no, because that wouldn't make sense. I think pretty much the entire time he was there I was muted. Or maybe he hadn't shown up until I was muted. It was a while ago. Well, yeah, I was sitting there talking to him. And he was like even responding with things that would be sort of like it would be kind of a weird, sort of awkward conversation. But it was like a conversation enough to like make sense to like, yeah, this is a conversation. You know what I mean? Anyway, so yeah, I'm having this conversation with this guy, I think. I go back later to watch a particular part of the stream, which I just do to like make sure that certain things, you know, like last night I watched last night's stream a little bit in a few parts to kind of hear the audio and stuff since I'm using new software. And then yeah, and then I tweak it. But yeah, so I go to listen to that stream and I'm muted the entire time. I even in the comments was like, I don't know if you'll ever see this, and I'm sorry. I totally thought, oh fuck. I was muted, and I totally actually, and actually he did end up showing up later, and I was able to clear it up. But it still definitely felt pretty awkward, because it's like, damn it. Like I thought we were actually I thought we were having a conversation, and I felt all bad. I mean, the last 3 days, too, every time I've started it, I forgot to unmute the game audio. but then people can tell you, and luckily everybody's kind of caught on to I've been forgetting that. So they've been more than willing to remind me. You know, I got a super professional operation going on here. Yeah, I'm glad that I was able later on to be like, I'm sorry, I thought we were totally, you know, like, holy fuck, thank you for sticking it out, even though, like, I wasn't responding to you. And, you know, we could just kind of laugh about it at that point. Most of the time, people get quite offended when stuff like that happens, because they don't understand what's going on. I've actually had that happen quite a bit, too. I'll just say something else. I can't remember what it was. Oh, yeah. Oh, well, and then a lot of times, too, I think, because there are different streams out there, especially a lot of the bigger ones, that put quite a bit more into production than it would appear. You know, like how a lot of the major channels or whatever have actual teams, or just like shows and movies and stuff have like a bunch of writers, but generally only very few of them are kind of getting the credit. So those people almost seem like superhumans, or, you know, the lead singer in a band, shit like that sort of stuff, which that's just kind of, yeah. I mean, you kind of want it to seem that way though too, because then it's like more epic, but then at the same time, yeah, it probably will make a lot of people who want to do stuff like that more self-conscious than anything, because you make it look so easy or whatever. I fuck up like all the time, but whatever. I'm just one dude. I'm one dude. I don't know what to tell you. I try. You know, for what it is, it's not bad. And I have a lot of fun. I'm also just really good at going on tangents, apparently. When I'm not streaming, I talk to myself a lot. I don't know if that makes a difference. And make like a lot of strange noises. Friend joined in, told me, like, yeah. See, and a lot of times too, I mean, you're lucky if people will tell you. Oh. Today you live. If anything, though, it's definitely just something you do, and you get more and more and more and more used to it. Eventually, it kind of just becomes sort of second nature, and then most of these... I might come back to this one. Yeah, just practice. A sort of practice makes perfect scenario. Luckily enough for me, I can... do it that way. I don't know. Don't even... Yeah. Can relate. Gotta go to bed. Plan to be productive for sure. Yeah, usually good. Job interview and all. Good luck. Godspeed. Nah, good to see you, man. Yeah, maybe we'll catch you later. For sure, for sure. Leave a like if you haven't. See, I don't have... Normally I have, like, sort of scripts, just things that I say constantly over and over again. And now I'm not used to it anymore, so I gotta get back. Except I kind of want to change a lot of them. I kind of like to change some of the sort of phrases. Even though I'm pretty sure you did. But if there's anybody else here watching that hasn't, they'll now know. Oh yeah, there is a button down there. Huh. Tactics. Alright, yeah, I'm done looking for this one. Let's see here. Ooh, that's gonna be rough. Getting around. Actually, you know what? It might be about time for me too, honestly. Made a good bit of progress. Got down from all the way up here. I think yeah. Probably. Also that whole getting started later thing or whatever. Tomorrow I'm gonna try to get started a little earlier. We'll see what happens though. I need to stop saying it because apparently I'm like cursing myself. Create some cool overlays. Takes a while, yeah. There's a lot of extra that'll go into it. Depending on how, you know, you're a very, more, it's not, the word's not complicated. I could see you being a person who would want, just a lot of interesting extra stuff. If that makes any sense. And I hope that there's not really a negative way to say it or take that. But yeah, it definitely does. Like even the, like, you know, dumb little stuff that I do or whatever ends up taking up quite a bit of time. Really just, you know, forming the idea and then making it a reality. You know, just you know, different this whole thing, and then I get the music and you know, this whole intro thing or whatever. These are like super basic.
This is my water.
But still, putting it all together, it took time. And then not only that, there's like so many things that you have to do that like really aren't fun. If you want to put on a sort of show that you can feel good about, there's still quite a bit of things that you have to do that really aren't fun. But it makes it worth it, because then when it's over, it's like, alright, it's done. I can feel good about it. I don't know. Depends on what you're going for again. I would just picture you being someone that would want... over the top's a bad way to put it, too. Shiny. Shiny. Mess around with and be funny, yeah. Something like that. I don't know. There's something there. Anyway. I probably should get going too. I should be back tomorrow. Keep an eye on Discord, I suppose. But thank you all for joining me. I hope you're having a wonderful morning, noon, and or night. Leave a like if you haven't, and I will catch you later. Good shit.
Why'd you come back?
I wanted to meet the Grim Reaper.